those guys want to put him in a coma of some sort, or at least knock him out anyway. And I'm sure he wants to do the same equally. And I'd like him to do the same.
Pro boxing fans here in London, near Liverpool Street. I've come down for the announcement of Tasha Jonas and Michaela Mayer. Dean Whyte, always a pleasure sort of bumping into you. It's been a little while, man. How's things? How's life?
Yeah, life is okay, my man. You know, we're just getting on and we're working with the boxing stuff and the shows and whatever. It's been a bit tough and rough in that aspect. You know, it's not as easy as it seems, or some may say. But I mean, I guess nothing in life is easy, innit? If you just got to keep working that stuff. But yeah, we've had to move our show, but we've got a show this weekend. We've got Alfie Clegg there fighting for the IBO Youth World title. It's literally to the wire, my man. And we're still plugging away there, trying to get everything sorted out. But yeah, it's tricky, man. We had a few pullouts yesterday, but I think we're literally in the process of patching that back up. But yeah, it's been good, man. I just trying to stay solid, focused, mentally tough, man.
That's the dirty part of boxing, right? That's the nitty gritty, dirty part of boxing that you got to do last minute, right?
Listen, man, very, very stressful. I've had to wussa in here today. I had to have a close my eyes and have a little wussa, trying to recharge the batteries, man. Because yeah, man, I've been under the cosh, you know what I mean, a little bit. And but it's cool. It's part of the game. It's what we love. The hustle and bustle. Because when it all comes together and it all gels, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
I do want to talk about boxing. You've talked about your show, and hopefully everything goes well with it and everything else. Obviously, we know that you sort of have your shows in Tolworth, so if anyone needs to reach out, wants to have a look, just pop over to Instagram, and you'll probably be able to get details over there. Do you want to talk about some breaking news that broke out earlier on today, just about half an hour ago, in Conor Benn's application for the British Boxing Board of Control licence being rejected, which leaves in jeopardy that fight with Chris Eubank Jr. Just give me your thoughts in regards to that.
I don't think it will keep it in jeopardy, obviously. Matchroom and those guys, I'm sure they didn't have a UK licence when they boxed in America recently, so you know, obviously in an ideal world, in an ideal situation, they'd have a British licence to box under. Obviously, because of the circumstances, the British board aren't happy to grant that licence, so you know, they'll probably go on and look for another licence, another sanctioning body to go and put the proposed show on. You know, so I'm sure those guys will find a way around, as they always do with anything they're doing. And it's really interesting, because it'll be quite interesting to see what actually occurs if they go around and be a bit defiant and do it. And then people who are fighting on the card, do they get penalised if they got a British licence fighting under something that's different? Because I remember in the past when Derek and David Hay fought under that Luxembourg promotion, there was that notion that anyone that fought on there would be penalised also. So it's a strange situation, and there's a big roller coaster effect and a snowball effect on anything else that's coming behind that. But I mean, those guys will normally find a way around this, man. When there's that big dollars, that big money on the line, shit, man, bullshit talks. You know the rest, man.
If they do go through a different commission, and maybe even if they do go out to a different location outside of the UK, does it lose a bit of sort of the excitement towards this fight that people are looking forward to?
A bit of its sheen and spark, because English fans will probably want to watch and go and see it. You know what I mean? You've got nothing. Listen, we got the best fans in the world, man. Going to these O2s or Wembley, wherever it is, you know, we can't beat the atmosphere of being in the UK and having a great night of action and sport, because most places they're just not the UK, man. The fans are great, they sing, they chant, they're drinking, they're having a blast. You know, certain places, Saudi is great and it's good as business, but they're not allowed to drink alcohol, so the atmosphere is not as, you know, body tingling and mind tingling and blowing. Visually it was amazing from what I saw, but you know, in the arena, I've been there myself, no one drinking, everyone stone cold sober. Probably no one off their rocker on, you know what, buddy. It's just a different feeling. You're just there fucking sober going, all right, good punch, fucking hell. When you're drinking and you're high as a kite, it's 3D. Fuck, you know, that was really close to me, Danny. Do you see that, son? You know what I mean? It's a bit of listen, boxing's mad. But you know, you gotta love it or hate it, man, whatever it is. But trust me, it's amazing atmosphere. You cannot beat here. O2, you know, when Dillian walks out with his song, or Derek Chisora walks out with his song, or Anthony Joshua, whatever it is, listen, man, we're exemplary, and even American boxers coming, they are starting to now feel the love from English fighters because we're so passionate. And you know, if you are someone who puts it all on the line and the fans see, they're more welcoming and daring to you. So, you know what I mean, they give out the olive branch and are a fan of yours and follow other guys. So it's a strange one, but I think however it works out, as long as it could go to Saudi because the money, another thing, the bread, what's on the line for it?
Talking about Saudi, I think you've got a phone call coming in, but yeah, talking about Saudi, let's go back a couple of months, and I was there for Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Do you want to talk about February 17th now, Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk? I want to ask you, that performance that he put on against Francis Ngannou, and he admits himself that wasn't him, that wasn't his best performance at all, and we can see that wasn't the case. Does that come into effect for this fight with Oleksandr Usyk, or do you feel like different challenge, all the belts on the line, different Tyson Fury?
Absolutely. Different fight, different experience, different mindset. It's all on the line for this fight, you know what I mean? All the trinkets, all the belts, all the golds are on the line. I guess I believe he thought he was fighting a big old muscle-bound bodybuilder, as he was saying, you know, as he calls whoever's, you know, in kind of shape and kind of muscle. So I think he took his eye off the prize a little bit and maybe underperformed. He didn't seem as fit as he usually is. But yeah, again, if he was facing a man that was superior fit, very strong, had a hell of a chin, ate some real good shots, and gave his own work back, and boxed really well, and was smart as well. He done some really good stuff in there in Ghana. I think it's more than the brawn, but all of it is a package that comes together, to be honest. His legs are huge. He was able to handle out-muscle Fury when he was trying to lean on him. Fury he couldn't do the stuff he usually does with all these other guys, lean on them, tried to use his forearm, use, you know, tying up tactics. None of that works. When you're dealing with someone who's MMA, when it comes to grappling and tying up, they're the masters at that. So I think, listen, Ngannou, credit to him, big him up. He done a tremendous job, and credit to him. I mean, he literally, virtually nearly won that fight. It was very close. Depends what you like. I think he done very good. He boxed well. He did steal a few rounds, but early rounds, I can't remember it. I'm trying to see it in my mind's eyes, but you know, at the time I was rooting for him to win. I'm not gonna lie, because he made me a believer in the end. You know what I mean? Because at first I thought he might get knocked out in 6. I think he's gonna tie, he's gonna puff, and he'd probably get him out. And then when I saw him doing so well, I was like, damn, okay, shit. Let me put my Ngannou hat with the gown and that. I'm with him. I mean, we just changed the whole system. So, I mean, yeah, it's a mad one. Listen, credit to him. He done an impressive job, but I do think that wasn't the best Fury, you know, that's been at this point. And maybe inactivity. I think they said he was off a little while, but I believe when February comes, I believe he'll be in tip-top. He has to be in tip-top shape because he's not going to beat that kid. You know what I mean? And that guy's brain, his IQ is second to none. But I think the other stuff worked on him. But like I said, it's actually I can't even mention that. But I was going to say about someone told me, but it's personal. But anyway, but that kid he doesn't leave anything unturned either. He's fit, he's strong. Usyk, he swims the fucking Channel Ocean, does mad stuff in Russia or wherever the hell he's from. Where's he from again? Ukraine. He swims in there, does some crazy run. That guy is something unique and special in himself, so I think he's not going to leave nothing unturned. And obviously we're going to be in for an interesting fight, but I'll be rooting for Tyson Fury, man.
Do you want to talk about the other Saudi card at 7:23? Anthony Joshua, Otto Wallin, and Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. Great card. Obviously, we got to see Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren on the top table for the first time in forever. Talk to me about this. So Anthony Joshua actually linking up with Ben Davison, made it public that for this fight he's with Ben Davison. What do you make of that? I asked a few people this, different responses. What do you make of that one?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure what my thoughts are on that. I'm confused. They haven't outwardly come out and said this is his new coach. He's just working. He could be working with him while he's here. I'm not sure what the situation with Derek James is. It's a bit baffling. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to talk on it because I don't really know much about it. It is a strange one for me though for the movement, but look, if maybe he sees something in whatever he's doing and they have their plan, so I don't know. Otto Wallin, you know, from what I've been told, a lot of guys use Ben Davison. They said he's quite a strategist and, you know, quite good at implementing game plans and whatever, so it's interesting. But Otto Wallin, a very, very good, tough, solid test. what is he, 6'6", tough southpaw, gave Tyson Fury nightmares, and really, if truth be told, any other fight or any other place, he probably would have won that fight on that cut because he was up on the scorecards. They would have stopped that, but because it was Tyson Fury and a lineal champion and the WBC champion, they kept that fight going. But I mean, Wallin knows his way around the ring. Obviously, there's talk of the amateur fight and stuff, but you know, we've never seen him in trouble. We've never seen him stopped. Southpaws, he's got a lot of dirty traits and tricks, which is what you do need to be a bit rough and rugged. You need little skills in the lasting bits in this heavyweight boxing, and he knows how to use them. So I think it's an interesting fight, but it'll be interesting to see when Anthony Joshua catches him, how he reacts because we've never seen him hit flush. But with Anthony Joshua, he's faced two southpaws. Or not two southpaws, he faced Usyk twice as a southpaw, so he should be well prepared. He fought the best southpaw we have, so this should be someone, because fighting the southpaw is a lot different and unique in itself. So it's going to be interesting. I think hopefully, I'll be rooting for him to win.
Final one before I do let you go, because I know you've got a few things on right now. Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, great fight. Deontay Wilder's been inactive. We know he had a couple of seconds or a round with Helenius. Before that, it was the Fury trilogy. It's been a long time since he's been in the ring.
Helenius, that was deepest when he came in from the crowd and he's running trains. That was mad.
No. So obviously he's been away for a long time in the ring. Joseph Parker's been busy, putting a convincing performance in Saudi as well, against obviously a lesser opponent, but this one's a bit of a tough one. What do you make of this fight?
Wilder Parker, good fight. I just feel that they obviously know what the weapon is in there. It's the right hand. I like Parker, good guy, respectful. He's got a hard challenge ahead of him. I mean, obviously he was stopped by Daniel Dubois. I'd hate to see with that right hand hitting him what happens to him, mate. But I mean, he's definitely got it all to play, man. He's going to get paid well. He just needs to come up with a good game plan. He's fast, he's mobile, he's going to move well. But does he move for 36 minutes without getting caught? I don't know is the answer. And like Wilder said, all he's got to do is get it right once. So I think it's a tall order. And I don't think he's going to make anything stand in his way to stop that Joshua fight. So he's going all out to try and get rid of him.
Do you see that fight happening then? Do you feel like Joshua beats Wallin? And
I think both guys beat their respective opponents in respectable, durable fights, and the big fight happens, and then that's a real tough fight for both guys. I think Joshua's got to be smart. He's just not got to know that he doesn't want to stand on the end of a 1-2, and whoever's in his corner, I don't know who's in his corner, and I'm sure they'll tell him to the detriment if you do stand there long enough what is the possibility of happening. Those guys want to put him in a coma of some sort, or at least knock him out anyway, and I'm sure he wants to do the same equally, and I'd like him to do the same. Obviously, like I said, he's from the ends, he's a good youth, and I respect him. We chat here and there, so I'd be wishing him well, and I wouldn't want to see him come to any harm anyway. You know what I mean? Because the man they punch like horse. Like the horse hoof in his gloves, get me.
Final one before I do let you go, I need to ask you in regards to Dillian, how is he? And secondly, when are we going to be hearing any sort of news?
It's okay. I can't really go into much, but I'll say he's okay, and I'm sure we'll hear something from him soon enough.
Perfect. Dean, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for giving us your time as always.